G'day guys, today we're going to be building the mini maze. Lots of tyres bolted together, bunch of posts, and nice and simple. Let's get to it. Make sure you check out the description below, which has a list of all the tools, materials, alternative elements which could be used to swap out for this piece, as well as any other elements which could connect to it in some way. The tyres that you get may end up being slightly different in size, so it's best to use the tyres themselves as a reference to mark out where to dig your holes. We've marked out the holes to be dug out using a bit of limestone. We're going at least halfway through the diameter of one of those truck tyres. Also, where that cross is, we're going to be placing the post and the bottom tyres in at the same time. So we're going to connect all those together and then place them inside those holes that we've dug. Use the illustrated step-by-step instructions to help you out along the way. You clean your tyres really well before you put any primer or paint on them. So the primer you use to get a nice base coat onto your tyres and give you a nice even surface to work with. So with the primer, it doesn't have to be a really flash job. As long as you've got an even coat throughout the whole thing, you haven't missed any spots at all. Get your 3 sets of 4 truck tyres and start drilling those ones together. So I've drilled these first 2 holes in the first car tyre, then you can shove a pen through there, mark out where the holes are going to be for your second tyre. Sometimes you can use a drill to actually use that as a reference point, depending on the tyres, but this will do the job for now. Then 1 washer and a double washer, so it's nice and fat. So whatever size hole you're doing, that's definitely not going to slip through. Same again, washers doubling up on the other side and nutted off. So we've bolted 2 of those together and 2 of these together. Now we've just marked out where these pairs are going to attach to each other, and we'll bolt those through now. So we're just placing truck tyres in now. They've been primed. We've bolted these sets of 4 together and we're going to connect them side, middle and a side. Now we've marked out the holes to go from the side wall of the tyre into the tread side of the tyre. Then we'll get them all nice and flush and bolt it all together. Using bolts with very large washers on those. So I'm actually holding onto a spanner here, not just lying down on the job, but there's a spanner in here. On the other side we've got a ratchet and just tightening up those bolts that we've drilled through there. Although it's quite nice down here. I might just stay here. Yeah. So you want to grind back the posts so that you've got no sharp edges at all, and then we're going to drill 2 holes through the posts where the tyres will then sit. We've then made those holes correspond to the tyres that we've also drilled through now and marked them with numbers so you know which one's which. Going straight through them with some long bolts through one tyre, through the wood and then out through the other tyre. You need to have wood that is going to be as wide as the tread of your truck tyre. Otherwise all the pieces won't match up evenly and you'll get large gaps in between, like we have here. One solution for that is that you can actually raise 2 of the tyres. Genius idea. Raising the 2 ones that are running perpendicular so they're slightly higher, so they're butting up against the wood still. Then we'll get them all nice and flush and bolt it all together. As you can see here, the guys are packing it in really densely, especially into that tyre there and around the sides. We can fill the rest up with dirt. As long as you got that really heavy base to work with, should be fine. Just making sure that your post is completely straight on all sides. You can chock it up with a whole bunch of bricks or rocks or whatever you've got lying around. we've got the base post and the tyres in the bottom. Now we're just bolting in the top tyres which are going to sit in there. Again, we've had to have 2 of them higher, 2 of them a little bit lower, so that'll fit nice and easily in there. So we're putting the top tyres on afterwards because that way we can get post and the base tyres all dug and cemented at the same time. As with all of these pieces, you want to make sure you get a nice, good, beautiful, colourful paint job on them. It changes the whole feel of these tyres. So this design, as well as all of our designs, are made to be used in conjunction with the free safety handbook, which is available from the website. It's just down there.
Hey, what did you think of the video? Please let us know down below in the comments. And please don't forget to like and subscribe so you can see more of what Patrick's doing in India. You can go and visit playgroundideas.org, which has 150 designs and all the resources that you need to build an awesome playground. And lastly, we've got a ton more videos to watch, so check them out here.